What's up, folks? Sean the Average Angler coming at you with another one. We're going to go down memory lane here, if you will. So I got to thinking, and I think a lot of fishermen think about this. We're all kind of looking for this, right? Or at least a lot of us are. That's how I get this wall of tackle, all the cabinets full of stuff. Keep buying more and more stuff, right? Why do we do that? Have you thought about it? I do. I think about it. And I found the answer. We're looking for that magic bait. What do I mean by magic bait? Well, in 1996, and I talked about this bait not too long ago, having caught more fish than any other bait available, and that was the Yamamoto Senko.
If you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below. It's free.
A few years later, a bait came out. Actually, it didn't come out. It was announced, if you will. Due to a tournament win, it was also given its name. I was fortunate enough to get some of those baits before they hit the market because a friend of mine was good friends with the owner. I took him up to my local lake, the local lake I've been fishing all the time now. And I went down this lake just pitching the shoreline. And man, I had no idea there was that many fish in that lake. It seemed like it was every cast. And a friend of mine was there with me. I had 2 packs of these baits and had to stop using. I didn't want to use them all. I wanted to save some for a tournament because I wasn't sure when I'd be able to get some more. But that bait changed the market, if you will. And the reason I say that is because now everybody has one. And, you know, varieties have changed, some not so much, some a lot. And it's brought a lot of great things to market for us, the fishermen. However, that original bait is still a phenomenal bait in its original form. And it can be fished so many different ways. I mean, I've fished them, started out fishing them on just a regular old Texas rig, flipping and pitching to the bank. But man, over the years, I've fished them on a shaky head. I've fished them on a stand-up head. I've power shotted them, Carolina rigged them, Texas rigged them. Even now, we're doing the free rig. They're a great bait for the Ozark rig. And who would have thought in 2002, after Andre Moore winning that tournament on Beaver Lake, what that brought us was that Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver. For those of you younger guys that look at this bait, right, you think, so what? There's tons of those around. Well, no, there wasn't. Not back when these came out. There was nothing like it. And of course, it evolved. We got the double wide beaver, right? Which mostly is what I use in my area a lot for flipping, punching, that kind of stuff now. And I really use the regular Sweet Beaver a lot for a jig trailer. It's probably one of the best jig trailers on the market. And I know a lot of people use a flapping hog. Well, what is a flapping hog? It's a Sweet Beaver. Along with the invention of the Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver, Andre released quite a few other baits over the years. I think one of the things that really got overlooked that we talked about a lot was colors. And this is, I believe this is hematoma. As you see, there's some blue mixed in throughout the bait, blotchy kind of. This is another black and blue of theirs. Don't remember the name of the color. There's just so many. That one's kind of an oxblood on one side, green pumpkin on the other. Reaction Innovations, June bug, the green pumpkin. I think that might be called Payback. Reaction Innovations changed the game. And the Sweet Beaver, for those that don't know, when Andre won that tournament on Beaver Lake, it was on a prototype Sweet Beaver, which he hand carved the bait to create the mold. And since has came out with all kinds of amazing bait. But he took those winnings and created Reaction Innovation. That first color that I had on that lake that day is right there. One of the most popular colors in the country, probably, which is sprayed grass. So I think it's important sometimes to think back about where we came from, how things started out, and I believe these are original packaging, by the way, the Trixie series, it was called back then, and most of the baits were woman related, right? Names, different things. I think this packaging went away when he came out with a Trixie Shad, which was later on a kind of a topwater swimming bait, sort of, but it was a soft plastic with a kick and tail. And they really came out with some very innovative baits that were ahead of their time. Matter of fact, one of the other baits that came out around that time is sitting right here in the good old Boom Boom tube. And for those that don't know more history, this bait was involved in, I believe, all 4 of Robert Lee's wins on the California Delta. That he also used the zipper worm, the Robo zipper worm. But that Boom Boom tube was a major player. So how many of you are throwing a Boom Boom tube? I am. Problem is you can't get them anymore. I still have a decent stock. How many of you still throwing a Sweet Beaver or a double wide Beaver? Probably not as much as I need to, you know. Some of these techniques or baits can be fished in ways that we don't necessarily think about. That original size Sweet Beaver that I first showed you for a largemouth drop shot bait around cover can be phenomenal. So just keep that in mind this spring when you're out there looking for a big bite. You may want to consider a power shot. It's a bait that they're not seeing a lot that's staying up higher in the column, right? And I can tell you that my tournament partner, one of my tournament partners, has whooped my butt on that thing from the back of the boat several times. It just works. Actually, 2 of my tournament partners. And they don't whoop my butt very often. You got to let them win every once in a while, right? Every once in a while, we have baits that come out that are kind of like a magic bait. That original pack of Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver in sprayed grass was that bait for me. It showed me how many fish were in my local lake that I had no idea. At times, I wonder if there's any fish still in there. There's always room for innovation, and it seems like right now companies are more in the lazy realm of just copying. So keep an eye out for those small bait makers, folks, that are innovating. Okay, oftentimes that's the guy that's innovating. He's at home carving something that could be the next one. Because since the Sweet Beaver, there's all kinds of beaver style baits that have come out. Lots of great ones. Lots and lots of great ones. That profile, I think, was one of the best innovations we'd had since I've been fishing. I mean, the Senko, when I looked at it, I didn't think it was going to be anything. It was a freaking miniature cigar, for Christ's sake. And look at that, huh? You never know. Sean the Average Angler, my physical update, you know, I'm a little better. Lost a lot of weight in the past week. Appetite still isn't great. Still run down. We'll see how it goes. We're on the mend, hopefully. Hopefully we can get the boat fixed and get out and fish next weekend. I'm Sean the Average Angler. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.